And here we have Craig, Daniel Craig. Hi.
How you doing?
Montiel, Alex Montiel.
Nice to see you.
I'm trying to be in the mood of a spy.
You're very good.
You had no authority. None. Mexico City.
Close up a James Bond y tenemos al director, Sam Mendes. How are you, man?
I'm very well, thank you.
Y nos encontramos con uno de los villanos más carismáticos de Hollywood últimamente. Do you know what I'm saying?
No, but I can see your face.
Yeah, one of the more charismatic villains in the Hollywood.
Now I know where the face from.
Un cuate que ustedes lo conocían como Bautista, but now they call Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista, yeah.
How are you?
Yeah,
man?
I'm very good. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
It's good to meet you.
Dos bellezas, the Bond girls. How are you, girls?
Thank you.
Naomi, how are you?
I'm really great.
Welcome to Mexico.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm excited to be here.
What were you doing there?
I was taking some overdue holiday.
Everybody's very excited about the opening scene in Mexico City. How was to film this kind of scene here in our country?
It was extraordinary. We wanted to do something very challenging, and we wanted to set it somewhere unique, or felt that somewhere that we hadn't seen before, and certainly with Bond we hadn't seen before. And it was we were welcomed with open arms.
And Mexico City gave so much to the movie, really.
Yeah.
And it created those magic moments, and never we're gonna forget those moments.
And a lot of it's to do with Mexico City and the energy we found here, the excitement, the craftsmanship. You know, just the sheer level of energy from 2,000 people.
I mean, we had thousands of extras. We had helicopters. We had people in full costume and makeup. And people were just so generous with their time and the effort they put in, and enthusiastic. I have very, very fond memories of being here.
And then there's, you know, probably the longest shot in the movie is a 4.5-minute shot at the beginning of the film.
Okay.
There's collapsing buildings and chases and an amazing sequence in a helicopter. And that was all done here, so yeah.
Why did you come? I came here to kill you.
You give us a great idea for to make a parade. About...
Don't you think you should do that? I think you should do that.
No, we don't.
No, but you should.
Thing.
But maybe I know you don't. But maybe you should.
Yes, I think it's going to start
a great party. Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. The costume with the skeleton thing. And did you enjoy to have costume? This kind of costume?
I did, and you know, our costume designer who we put it together, and you know, it seemed a great way to start the film.
So what's going on, James? They say you're finished.
What do you think?
I think you're just getting started.
Magnificent, isn't she? 0 to 60 in 3.2 seconds.
You have this villain thing. Which is the difference between this villain and the others that you have played in the past?
I don't know. You tell me. I mean, it's a completely different part. And I like that you can illustrate what I say with your face. It's really good.
I'm connecting with you.
Let me say something that makes interesting faces.
I'm trying to read you.
Yeah. That's good. So I'm just interested in playing good parts, you know, and since these characters happen in different stories and are written by different writers, and nothing happening. Come on. They're different by definition, more or less, you know, on the outset. They're from the very beginning, everything is different. So I don't really have to worry too much about what is it that I haven't done. You know, I'd have to keep a logbook. So done, you know, like a travel journal. It's not like that. The writers usually take care of that.
A few little tricks up her sleeve.
Do one more thing for me.
What do you have in mind?
Maybe disappear.
You're practically in all the movie, right?
Yes, it's true. Yeah, my character is important in the film.
Also because it's a romantic Bond for the maybe first time.
I love this character. I love the fact that she's so witty and sassy and she gives as good as she gets, and and I also love the fact that she's a confidant of Bond's as well, and that she's the one person that he trusts with his secret at the start of the film.
When I met Sam Mendes, he was looking for an adult woman, and so I'm so pleased they gave him the chance to play those 4 scenes. Very strong, and this moment with Bond, there's like a tango.
I think she is a hugely intelligent character, isn't she? Because ultimately, whereas Miss Moneypenny of old was kind of a secretary of M, she's not. She's kind of his right-hand woman. And so she has access to all kind of secure documents, and she advises him as well. So she has to be hugely intelligent.
In a way, when she meets Bond for the first time, my character, she doesn't really need Bond to exist, and she doesn't need him to, protect her, but he needs her. So that's why she's in the film, because she will give him some very important information.
Tell me where he is. He's everywhere.
If you go there, you're crossing over to a place where there is no mercy.
We enjoy a lot your James Bond because you sweat, you suffer, you bleed. You're not just looking good. You are fighting and you're surviving.
Well, I think, I don't actually know how else to play him. I think that he's I like to see, hopefully, someone who's kind of real.
Because that's what the audience want, I think. They want to be able to relate to Bond. I think a modern audience needs that. Whereas I think the audiences of old who watched the previous Bond movies needed more of a kind of fantasy James Bond.
That was their choice, to open up James Bond a little bit and let you look into the dark side, a little bit of dark side of his soul.
Part reality, part fantasy. But then that's what Bond is part reality, part fantasy. It's a summing up of something.
And who is affected by what happens around him, and he gets cut and he bleeds, like you say, and I think that it's how, when he gets knocked down, it's how he stands back up, and I think that's how I like playing him.
Because right now, I'm your best chance of staying alive. This organization, do you know what it's called?
I saw your scenes. And you have the more uncomfortable fighting scenes because you're very fancy, but I don't know, how was that?
It was great. It was something I was excited about because, it's really a cool thing. I've never got to do this type of character. I've never got to wear the cool suits and be, the guy who's very manicured and stuff. And so I was kind of excited about it. And the cool thing about it is, he's kicking ass and taking names while he's very well dressed. He's a very leisurely, ominous character.
Here you have two big challenge, two big villains. One is very smart, one is very tough. How difficult was to fighting in his own field with each one?
Well, both of them are very challenging. David Bautista is an amazing athlete and a wonderful wrestler, or used to be, and he's also a wonderful actor now.
Daniel's not he's a tough guy. He's a rugged guy. And I knew that before we got into the scene because we went in and trained very hard for the scene. So you kind of really get to know the character of someone. You get to see if an actor is just an actor or if he's also an athlete. And Daniel's an athlete.
To work with him it was very exciting. I had to duck a lot. And Christoph is perfect for this role. We couldn't have asked for a better actor to play the part.
That's the function of the villain. Imagine if the villain was only there to invite him over for tea and, and civilized conversation. It's quite nice, not so entertaining, would you agree?
But you don't have to yell. You don't have to be like a show off. You just have to say everything with this exactly.
You can, words. If that's your choice. You can be a show-off.
Spectre. Do you know who links them all?
Me. Welcome, James.
It feels like an end for James Bond, like for you as a James Bond. It's gonna be the end for you.
I don't know.
What's next?
I don't know.
Nobody knows. Everybody's spreading these rumors, but nobody knows. Yeah. Absolutely nobody knows, because the fact of the matter is that, Daniel is now a producer on Bond. So he spent 2 years in pre-production, working on the script and so on, and then 8 months of filming. he worked something ridiculous, like 126 days.
I'm going to not think about James Bond for a while. That's what I'm going to do.
And so I think now he just needs a break, and then he'll work out whether he wants to come back or not. But I really hope he does.
Yeah, I think you could be a very good producer in the future.
Okay, that's
a 007 with a different kind of skin, or a woman.
Maybe.
You came across me so many times, yet you never saw me. What took you so long?
What do you think about the possibility to have a 007 with a different color of skin, or maybe a woman or something?
A woman? You know, anything is possible. That's not the question. The question is, does it make sense? Could you cast a woman? Of course you could. And now what? So okay, you can't really call her James Bond anymore, could you?
I think it's so funny that people focus on that, like, you know, a Bond with a different colour skin or a different colour hair or a woman or what have you. I don't think that's really what we should focus on. I think what makes Bond are these amazing magnetic qualities that he has, his capability in this field, his heart and soul and his sexual magnetism, and we need someone who has all of that.
Why not do something for that fantastic actress or for that fantastic actor with dark skin? Absolutely. He should have his own figure. And James Bond, maybe not necessarily, because it's a somewhat labored statement. Yes, we are open enough, we are politically correct to the degree of sacrificing all sense.
Bienvenidos a la inauguración del Festival Internacional de Cine de Morelia.